Hello, hockey fans. Today we're diving into a topic as cold as a Canadian winter: the NHL teams that have never won the Stanley Cup. Some might call these teams cursed or underachievers, but their stories are filled with near misses and what-ifs. So grab your lucky jersey, or a stiff drink if you're a fan of one of these teams, and let's explore the fascinating world of the NHL's Stanley Cup-less wonders. 4. First up, the Vancouver Canucks, a team whose history is as smooth as a triple espresso chugged during a penalty kill. They joined the NHL in 1970, along with the Buffalo Sabres, and it's been a wild ride ever since. The Canucks have come close to winning it all, making it to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 times. In 1982, they were swept by the powerhouse New York Islanders. In 1994, they took the New York Rangers to 7 games but couldn't seal the deal. And in 2011, they lost to the Boston Bruins, leading to riots in Vancouver. But let's not dwell on the negatives. The Canucks have had legendary players like Pavel Bure and the Sedin twins. They've provided fans with thrilling moments and always seem to be in the mix. So to the Canucks and their fans, keep believing, and maybe one day that elusive Stanley Cup will be yours. Next, we head east to Buffalo, New York, home of the Sabres, a team synonymous with heartbreak and near misses. They joined the league in 1970 and have reached the Stanley Cup Finals twice. In 1975, they faced the Philadelphia Flyers, known as the Broad Street Bullies, and lost in 6 games. In 1999, they faced the Dallas Stars, and Brett Hull's controversial goal in the third overtime of Game 6 still haunts Buffalo fans. But through it all, Sabres fans remain some of the most passionate and dedicated in the league. They pack the arena, wear their blue and gold with pride, and never give up hope. One day their beloved Sabres will finally break through and hoist that elusive cup. 9. Now, let's journey to the desert, where the Arizona Coyotes are still searching for their first sip from Lord Stanley's Cup. Their story begins in 1972 in Winnipeg, where they were known as the Jets. They won 3 Avco World Trophies in the WHA, but those championships didn't carry the same weight as a Stanley Cup. When the WHA folded in 1979, the Jets were absorbed into the NHL, starting from scratch. Financial struggles marked their time in Winnipeg, and in 1996, they moved to the desert, becoming the Phoenix Coyotes, and later, the Arizona Coyotes. Despite the challenges, the Coyotes have managed to ice some competitive teams over the years. They reached the Western Conference Finals in 2012, only to be eliminated by the Los Angeles Kings. Let's head to California, where the San Jose Sharks have been making waves in the NHL since 1991. Unlike some other teams, the Sharks don't have decades of near misses to dwell on. In 2016, they reached the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time, only to be defeated by the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Sharks have consistently been one of the league's most exciting and dynamic teams. They've got a loyal fan base, a state-of-the-art arena, and a winning tradition. While the Sharks may not have their name engraved on the Stanley Cup yet, don't count them out. They're always lurking beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. 8. Our next stop takes us to the Sunshine State, where the Florida Panthers have been prowling the ice since 1993. In 1996, just their 3rd season, the Panthers made an unforgettable run to the Stanley Cup Finals. Led by future Hall of Famer Pavel Bure and the high-scoring Ray Shepherd, they had a magical playoff journey. During the first round, a rat scurried across the ice, and Scott Mellanby killed it, leading to the rat trick phenomenon. Fans started throwing plastic rats onto the ice after every Panthers goal. Unfortunately, their run ended against the Colorado Avalanche, who swept them in 4 games. But the Panthers' 1996 playoff journey remains a testament to the unpredictable and often hilarious nature of hockey. Now let's mosey on over to Nashville, Tennessee, where the Predators have been making beautiful music on the ice since 1998. Some might scoff at the idea of a hockey team thriving in the heart of country music territory, But the Predators have proven them wrong. They've made the playoffs in 15 of the last 19 seasons, reaching the Stanley Cup Finals in 2017. Although they fell to the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Predators have become one of the most exciting teams in the NHL. They play a fast-paced, skilled game and have a loyal fan base that transformed Nashville into Smashville. While they may not have a Stanley Cup yet, they've got something just as valuable: a passionate fan base. Our journey takes us back to Winnipeg, where the Jets 2.0 have been soaring high since their return to the NHL in 2011. Winnipeg had a hockey team called the Jets before, but they moved to Arizona in 1996. In 2011, the Atlanta Thrashers relocated and became the new Winnipeg Jets. These new Jets haven't disappointed, making the playoffs 5 times since their return. They reached the Western Conference Finals in 2018, where they were eliminated by the Vegas Golden Knights. The Jets story is a reminder that sometimes, the best stories take a while to unfold. Now let's head to Minnesota, where the Wild have been carving out their own legacy since 2000. Minnesota has a long hockey history, but most of it predates the Wild. The North Stars called Minnesota home from 1967 to 1993 before moving to Dallas. Enter the Wild, determined to honor Minnesota's hockey heritage while forging their own path. They've made the playoffs in 9 of the past 10 seasons, with a loyal fan base that bleeds green and wheat. The Wild may not have a Stanley Cup yet, but they've got all the ingredients to make a serious run at it. Our next stop takes us to Columbus, Ohio, where the Blue Jackets have been making a name for themselves since 2000. Columbus might not be the first city that comes to mind for hockey, but the Blue Jackets have been steadily building a winning tradition. They've made the playoffs 6 times, including 4 consecutive appearances from 2017 to 2020. In 2019, they pulled off one of the biggest upsets in NHL playoff history by sweeping the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Blue Jackets' victory was a testament to their resilience and never-say-die attitude. 6. Now let's head to the desert, where the Vegas Golden Knights have been defying expectations since 2017. As an expansion team, they weren't expected to do much in their inaugural season. But they defied all odds, finishing first in the Pacific Division and reaching the Stanley Cup Finals. They were eventually defeated by the Washington Capitals, but their magical run captivated the hockey world. The Golden Knights' success can be attributed to a talented roster and a chip-on-the-shoulder mentality. Their story is a reminder that anything is possible in the world of sports. 7. Finally, we arrive at the newest addition to the NHL's Stanley Cup hopefuls, the Seattle Kraken. Making their debut in the 2021-2022 season, the Kraken have already made a splash in the league. Seattle embraced their new hockey team with open arms, and the Kraken have shown flashes of brilliance. They've got a solid core of young players and a passionate fan base eager to see their team succeed. The Kraken's story is just beginning, but they're ready to make their mark on the NHL. So there you have it, the NHL team still searching for their first taste of Stanley Cup glory. Will any of these teams lift the Stanley Cup soon? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the journey is just as important as the destination, and these teams have provided their fans with countless memories along the way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which team you think will be the next to break through and finally hoist the Stanley Cup.